Good afternoon and welcome to the Steve Lacey Fieldhouse here at Milligan College in Elizabethton, Tennessee. The Bluefield Rams getting set to take on the Buffaloes of Milligan College in AAC play this afternoon. Trey Wilson here. Thank you for tuning in for this afternoon's coverage of Bluefield Rams basketball, the Rams Digital Sports Network. Both teams getting set. The opening lineups for this afternoon's game. We'll give you a look at today's lineups as well. We'll start first with the Milligan Buffaloes. Milligan entering play today with a record of 3-13 on the year, 2-6 in the AAC, coming off of back-to-back losses, one in the conference against Reinhardt on the road, and most recently a 92-70 loss at Pikeville a couple of days ago. Milligan today, starting lineup for the Buffaloes. Number 14, Chelsea Weddle, a guard forward, 5'9" senior out of Hampton, Tennessee. Number 15, Courtney Wilson, a 5'9" freshman guard out of Roan Mountain, Tennessee. Number 21, Callie Cox, a 5'5" junior guard from Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Number 22, Lindsey Price, a 5'8" sophomore forward from Rogersville, Tennessee. And number 1, Haley Wyrick, a 5'8" sophomore guard from Coburn, Virginia. And Wyrick is the player to watch today for the Buffaloes. She averages almost 18 points per game. That is best on the Buffaloes and one of the best in the NAI this year. Starting 5 for the Bluefield Rams this afternoon, Mariah Mazik, number 2, a 5'8" junior guard out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Number 12, Adrian Goodlett, a 5'8" freshman guard from New Kent, Virginia. Number 15, Shelby Key, a 5'6" junior guard out of Washington, D.C. Number 23, Whitney Smith, a 5'7" sophomore guard from Farragut, Tennessee. And number 30, Jade McDaniel, a 5'9" senior guard from Union, West Virginia. Players getting set to take the floor. Cheerleaders clearing out of the way, just about ready for basketball action this afternoon from the Steve Lacey Fieldhouse. The Rams coming into play after dropping a home game just a few days back at the Dome. Looking to get back on track in the AAC standings. While we have a moment before the players do take this jump ball, we'll take a look at the AAC standings entering play today. Number 14 team in the nation, Tennessee Wesleyan, leads the way. Their only conference loss coming against the Rams. 14-1 record on the year, 8-1 in the AAC. Bryan and Union both receiving votes in the national poll, both 6-2 in the conference. Reinhardt also at 6-2, and Point. Those teams all tied for second. Way back in 5th place at 4-4 is Columbia with an 8-8 record overall, 4-4 in the AAC. And then Bluefield, 4-5 with a 6-10 overall mark on the year. The ball is up, on the floor it goes, and it comes away to Milligan. We are underway this afternoon from Elizabethton, Tennessee. Wyrick at the top of the key, the guard for the Buffaloes, gets it. Swing passes across. Rams come out in a zone defense, and the Buffaloes turn it over. Pass goes out of bounds, and the Rams force a turnover on the opening possession. Bluefield's first try, inbounded right in front of its own bench. Rams in the road, blue jerseys today. Red trim on the side of the uniforms. Bluefield in red with the white trim around it, and red numbers. Mariah Mazik with the first shot. Up and off the side of the backboard, no good. Rebound down to the Buffaloes, who will take off from right to left, wearing their orange uniforms today at home with white numbers and black trim. Wyrick gets it down, double teamed, and then tosses up top for Weddle, who's called for a travel. Started dribbling before she put it on the floor. Back-to-back turnovers forced by the Rams defensively. And an inbound to Key. Key running the point, gets across half court, right across the big M logo here at Milligan. Goodlett had some trouble with the pass for a moment. Gets it back now to Smith at the top of the key. Looks at a shot. Dribbles towards the elbow. Backs it back out. Almost had it stripped. Gets it to Jade McDaniel, who drives down the left side of the lane. Layup up off the glass. No good. Too strong as it caught the back of the rim and bounced back out. Out of bounds goes the basketball. Last touch by the Buffaloes. Rams get a second try. 29 on the shot clock. Just over a minute in the start of today's game. Still no score. Baseline inbound goes up top for Key. Key drives the right side of the lane. Wild layup off the glass, no good. Rebound comes down to the Buffaloes. Milligan off on the break. Slowed back down by the guard Price. Back to the top of the key for Cox. So now a three-point try for Wyrick, and it's off the back of the iron. Long rebound in the corner is grabbed by Milligan, a second try. And it's tossed out of bounds. Another turnover for the Buffaloes. 3 possessions and 3 turnovers so far for Milligan. And a timeout called by Milligan head coach Brandon Nave. Rich Aubrey, the head coach for Milligan. Cheerleaders coming out on the floor. It's a quick timeout with 18:36 left to play in the first half. Still no score here from Steve Lacey Fieldhouse. Milligan with that 3-13 mark on the year. The most recent win for the Bulldogs coming back on December 14th against the University of Montana Western. A bit of an upset on the road way up in Montana. A 71-68 win. A buzzer beater from Callie Cox. A three-point shot was what gave the Buffaloes that win. Last time out for Milligan. Close for most of the game, but ended up being stretched out by the Pikeville Bears late. A 92-70 win for Pikeville. Haley Wyrick had 15 points in that game. 20 straight games rather. Wyrick has scored in double figures entering play today. These two teams have not seen each other since way back in 2012 in the AAC tournament, when Milligan eliminated the Rams from their final AAC tournament before making their way over to the Mid-South, now back in the AAC this year. And Milligan ended up stretching out a late lead for a 68-55 win. Buffaloes went into the semifinals, eventually eliminated by Union. The first matchup since the spring of 2012 between these two teams. It has been nearly 3 years. The Rams have not been here to Milligan since back in 2011. Out of the timeout, Key gives a quick pass over to Whitney Smith, playing in her home state today. Drives the lane, puts up a floater, bounces it in. And the first bucket of the day goes to the Rams. 2-0 lead with 18-17 left to play in the first half. And Milligan now back on offense. Have turned the ball over on all three possessions so far against this Rams zone defense. Looking into the corner, now comes back up to the top of the key and back around to the guard, Wyrick. Drive down the lane for Wyrick. Shot off the back of the rim, no good. McDaniel grabs the board and quickly gets it out to Key. Corey Mullins, the head coach for the Rams, saying push that tempo. Key gets across, kicks back out. McDaniel, three-point try, knocked it down. Jade McDaniel for three. The Rams up 5-0. 17:40 left in the first half. Kristen Moses, make that Lindsey Price running the point. Pulls up, three-point try for Price off the side of the rim. Offensive rebound is grabbed by Weddle, and a chance to reset for the Buffaloes. Pass fed over to Cox on the left wing, and then gets back up top for Price. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Brand new shot clock for the Buffaloes after that miss. Wyrick on the right wing, looking down towards the post. Gives it up, ends up around the top of the key for Cox, who puts up a three, and she hits it. Callie Cox gets the first bucket of the day for Milligan. 5-3, 17 minutes left to play in the first half. Rams holding a 2-point lead and the basketball. Key against the man-to-man of Milligan. You make that a 3-2 zone for Milligan they've come out in. McDaniel, three-point try is no good, and off on the break come the Buffaloes with the rebound. Price kicks it out, ball's on the floor, and a foul is whistled. And it goes against the Rams. It's against Adrian Goodlett. AG's first foul today. First foul against either team in the early going. 5-3 lead for the Rams. 16:53 left to play in the opening half. Inbound pass, three-point try from the corner, and it's knocked down by Price. 6-5 lead for Milligan now. Back-to-back three-point tries. Dropped in. Shelby Key trying to get the offense going. Pulls up from the elbow and hits the jumper. There's the first bucket of the day for Shelby Key. The Rams back in front, 7-6 with 16:22 remaining. Wyrick bounce pass over for Courtney Wilson in the corner. Puts up a shot. It's no good from three. And the rebound is tipped around, out of bounds. Last touched by Chelsea Weddle underneath. Bluefield basketball. Buffaloes not shy, pulling up from three in this game so far. Is their fifth three-point attempt already. Now Key for the Rams on the right wing. Bounce pass over to Mariah Mazik. First try for her from the baseline. Too strong off the back of the rim. Smith nearly grabbed the rebound. It's tipped and last touched by Milligan as it goes out of bounds. Possession stays with Bluefield. A fresh 30. Inbound pass comes to Key. Backs up. And passes over to Smith on the wing. Smith off a screen from McDaniel. Down to the free throw line. She backs back out. Pulls up from just inside the three-point line. Her shot's off the back of the iron. No good. Rebound. Bounces around. And it's eventually into the hands of Lindsey Price for Milligan. Price running the point. Guarded by Shelby Key. McDaniel just now getting back on defense. Wide open in the corner. A three-point try is knocked down. There's the first bucket for Haley Wyrick. And it's a 9-7 lead for Milligan. All 3 buckets for the Bulldogs coming from three-point land. Rams the short bench today, only 2 players on the bench. 7 players traveled for this game. Mariah Mazik in the post is whistled for a travel. The Rams turn it over. And the first look at the short bench today, number 21, Abigail Peck, comes in for the first time. Gives a break to Jade McDaniel. 9-7, Milligan with the lead in the ball. Wyrick up top, swing pass around for Chelsea Weddle. Back to Wyrick. 15 on the shot clock for the Bulldogs. Price, a bounce pass down to the post for Wilson. Shot clock is down to 8, still trying to find some space in the zone. Weddle pulls up and knocks down a 3. 4 threes knocked down by Milligan. 4 of their last 5 tries from outside, and it's a 12-7 lead. Only points of the game so far for Milligan have come from 3. Now Goodlett kicks out for Smith. Her 3-point try, knocks it down. Second 3-point shot made for Smith. Made that her second shot of the game. She has 5 points. The other one was a 2, and it's now 12-10. Milligan ahead with 14:08 left in the first half. Pass almost stolen by Smith. Now to the corner, another 3-point try for Wyrick, and she hits another. Milligan lighting it up from outside right now. A team that shoots just 27% from 3 on the year, and they have knocked down 5 3-pointers in the first 6 minutes. 13:57 left to play in the first half. It's a 15-10 lead for Milligan over Bluefield on the Rams Digital Sports Network. You got 15-10, Milligan on top of Bluefield with 13:55 left in the first half. 5 3-point buckets have fallen for the Buffaloes to open up this early lead. Rams with the ball after a timeout called by Corey Mullins. Smith out to Goodlett, now to Mariah Mazik on the baseline. She drives, puts up a floater, too strong off the back of the iron. The rebound is grabbed by Wilson, and Milligan pushing the tempo back across from right to left. Up top for Courtney Wilson, now on the left wing. Bouncing back is Callie Cox. Cutting to the basket goes Wilson. Has nothing. The bounce pass and the shot up and good from Wyrick off the back of the rim. And eventually bounced through. It's a 17-10 lead with 13:15 left in the first half. Mazik for the Rams pulls up from behind the free throw line, and it bounces around and falls through. Mazik gets her first basket to drop today. 17-12, 13 minutes. Milligan pushing the tempo. Shot is up, and it's good, but an offensive foul is whistled against Wyrick. I believe Shelby Keys set up to take the charge. Milligan pushing the tempo back up court, trying to get up the quick shot. This is the Buffalo squad that shoots just 35% from the floor on the year and 27% from 3 this season, but 3 balls have been falling here in the first half. 12:55 to play until the break. 17-12. Rams trailing the Buffaloes. Smith, 3-point set shot. Got it! Another 3 ball for Whitney Smith, and it's 17-15. Bluefield back within 2 as the clock rolls under 13 to play in the first half. Smith getting it going early. She's got 8 points already in the first half. Milligan trying to answer. Goes into the corner for Weddle. The Buffaloes still have yet to make a substitution in this game, going with their original starting 5. Into the post for Wilson, backing down on Peck. Kicks it back out. Another try for Price. Puts up the layup, and it goes. Lindsey Price with a nice take to the basket. 19-15 with 12:11 left. Key, a quick answer. Pulls up from the elbow, knocks down the jumper. That's her spot. Her second basket of the game from the same spot. And it's 19-17 as the clock hits 12. Quick layup back at the other end for Price is no good. Offensive rebound grabbed by the Buffaloes and kicked back out. Goes to Wyrick. She's double teamed in the paint. How to get it out, and she gets called for 3 seconds. Nice double team, and Wyrick had nowhere to go. Caught in the lane, 3-second violation, and another turnover for Milligan. Bluefield defense has forced the turnovers. It has been the three-point shot that has overcome those turnovers so far. That's 5 turnovers already in the game for Milligan against the Rams zone defense. Rams can tie or take the lead on this possession, down 19-17, 11:40 until the break. Mazik over to Key. Key looking to the post, can't find anything there, guarded very, very tightly. Just throws up a shot, and it's off the back of the rim. Rebound bounced and eventually controlled by Milligan, and the Buffaloes are on the break. Wyrick gets the pass under the basket, goes up on Smith, and Smith is called for a foul. And Smith got in position, called for the foul, and 2 shots coming up for Wyrick. She's a 73% free throw shooter this year. That is the best on this Milligan team for any player with substantial attempts from the stripe. Her first free throw is good. Milligan wins the race to 20, a 3-point lead with 11:20 left in the first half. Gillette to the bench for the Rams. Second free throw is up and good. It's Jade McDaniel who checked back in. A pair knocked down by Wyrick. She's tacking up the points early on now with already 10 in the game. Quick jumper from Smith is no good. Rebound grab by the Buffaloes and back from right to left. 21-17, 11 minutes left in the first half. Price, a bounce back over to Allison Jones, who is making her first appearance today. Goes back around to Wyrick and gets back to Price. It's Price and Wyrick at the top of the key, back and forth. Now a 3-point try is up, and it's off the side of the rim from Kelly Barnett, another player who has just checked in for the Buffaloes. Rams on a 3-on-2 break. Bounce pass from Mazik to Key. Her jump shot from mid-range is no good. And Peck going up for the rebound, draws a foul, and over the back call. Foul is called against... They called it against Caitlin Kane, 33. The Rams will inbound from the baseline. 2 fouls on each team so far in the first half. Mazik backing down towards the basket, draws a foul on the way up. And 2 shots coming up for Mariah Mazik. Foul called against Allison Jones. Two shots upcoming from Mariah Mazik, trying to cut into this 21-17 Milligan lead early on. Mazik this year shooting 72% from the stripe. Takes a couple bounces and lines up her shot. She missed the first. The second one is good. And Mazik goes 1 of 2 from the stripe. It's 21-18 with 10:25 left in the first half. Now Milligan slowing down a bit more, driving down the baseline, laying it up and under as Wyrick gets it to go. Haley Wyrick taking over early, 23-18. Wyrick now with 12 points already, not even halfway through the first half. Clock rolling down near 10 minutes. Whitney Smith down to the block, has nothing, kicks out. McDaniel's 3-point try is way off the side of the rim. Rebound to the Buffaloes. 23-18, Buffaloes off on the break. Long pass down for Barnett. Back up top for Jones, jump shot off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound chased and grabbed by Barnett, a second chance for the Buffaloes. Pump fake and a pass and a shot over for Price. Price's shot is off the back of the rim, no good. Too strong, Key with the rebound, pushing the break for the Rams, pulls up just inside the free throw line and she hits the jump shot. Shelby Key getting going. 23-20 with 9:27 left, Key has 6. Quickly, Milligan back up court. 3-point shot off the side of the rim. No good. Offensive rebound. Grabbed and put back up and in by, that's Kane, Caitlin Kane. Offensive rebounds for the Buffaloes, getting them back in the game. Key, a bounce pass over to Mazik. Pulls up. Wild shot from just past the elbow, and it's no good. Rebound grabbed by the Buffaloes, and Milligan a chance to stretch the lead at 5 right now. Looking for more. 3-point try Up and no good from Wyrick. Rebound grabbed by Mazik. Key took a spill and gets it back. Shelby Key slowing down the tempo as she gets across half court. 25-20 Milligan, 8:30 left in the first half. Peck gets it outside the three-point line, goes back to Mazik. Trying to set up the offensive play again. They'll reset. 8 seconds left. Smith pulls up for three, and it's too strong. First miss from outside for Smith so far. Shot clock never reset. You hear the buzzer going off in the background. Milligan running the play still. They'll stop, and they'll have to reset the shot clock and try that play over again. Shot clock never reset on the change of possession. 25-20 with 8:15 left to play in the first half. And so far it has been, as expected, Haley Wyrick for Milligan with 12 points going early on. Brooke Wolford will check in, the sophomore out of Tazewell, making her first appearance for the Rams. As all 7 players that traveled have made their way into the game so far, not even 12 minutes into the start. Inbound pass to Barnett. Barnett gets it back at the top of the key, now goes to Wyrick, a pump fake, she drives baseline, and a foul called underneath. I believe it's against Smith, which will be her second, it is. And now Adrian Goodlett getting ready to check back in. Smith's going to head back to the bench. Foul trouble early on for Smith. She's the Rams' leading scorer so far with 8. Substitution, Courtney Wilson is back in for Milligan as well, giving a break to Caitlin Kane. 8:04 to play in the first half. Milligan with the ball inbounding on the baseline. Quick pass underneath, and a no-look shot up from Allison Jones, no good. Rebound is grabbed by Peck, and the Rams pushing back from left to right. Key bounces down, backing down at the elbow, spins through, puts up a jump shot off the side of the rim, no good. A quick shot and an empty possession for Bluefield. Haley Wyrick the rebound. Trying to get rid of it, gets it over to Wilson. Very quick possession for the Rams. You can hear Corey Mullins asking for more patience offensively. 3-point try from Cox, no good. So after the hot shooting early in the game by Milligan, now nothing falling for the Buffaloes. Still 25-20, 7.5 to play in the first half. And Key gets the pass at the top of the key to set up the offense for Bluefield. Shot clock is rolled down to 15. Key dribbling into the zone. Kicks it out for Walford, goes back up to Key, and a foul whistled against Milligan. A reach in. Foul goes against number 10, Kelly Barnett, for Milligan. 4 fouls against the Buffaloes so far, 3 against Bluefield. The Rams will inbound on the far side. It goes right into Key. 7:05 left in the first half. Rams trying to overcome this early 5-point deficit. Jade McDaniel kicks over to Shelby Key. Shot clock down to 15. Key drives down to the elbow, forces up a shot, and it's off the side of the rim. Had plenty of coverage defensively, couldn't get it to go. Now Milligan driving the other way, layup up and in. Barnett drops it in. 27-20, largest lead so far for either side. The Buffaloes with the early advantage. Peck on the left wing, over to McDaniel. Substitute getting ready to check back in. Smith with her 2 fouls. Wolford gets the try, drives down the lane, puts up a shot, no good, but she draws a foul. And 2 free throws coming up. Rams quiet from the floor over the last few minutes. Bluefield has not made a shot from the floor since, well, it's been almost 8 minutes of playing time. First free throw try from Wolford's no good. Mazik is back in, gives a break to Peck. Smith coming back in, and Key heading to the bench. Getting some words from Corey Mullins asking, slow down on the offensive side. Second free throw, rattles around and falls out, no good. Wolford goes 0 for 2 from the stripe. 6:20 left in the first half, a 7-point lead in the basketball for the Buffaloes. Popping out at the top of the key is Jones. Jones tosses it to the corner. It's tipped and out of bounds. Last touch by Wolford. Milligan keeps the possession. 6:14 left on the first half clock. Sweeping through and stepping back with the pass is Barnett. Quick jump shot is up from Barnett, no good. Offensive rebound for Jones. She goes up, offensive foul. Pushed off to get some room. Goodlett took a spill. Another foul called against Milligan. That's the second foul so far against her. 16 fouls now against the Buffaloes. Rams down 7, 27-20. Clock rolling to 6 minutes, and Whitney Smith running the point for Bluefield. Smith guarded by Barnett, gives it up. Mazik gets it at the top of the key. Mazik drives, pulls up from about 5 feet out, and it's off the side of the rim. Another quick shot and another empty possession for Bluefield. Very cold right now from the floor. 5:40 left in the first half, 27-20 Milligan. Buffaloes working the ball around the top of the key. Now go to the post for Jones. Kicks it out for a three-point try from Weddle. Way off, and the rebound is grabbed by Mazik. And a timeout called by Corey Mullins and the Rams. 27-20, 5:24 left to play in the first half. Corey Mullins using these timeouts to get a break with his short bench today here at Milligan. The Rams in an early hole in the first half on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Back out of the timeout, 27-20 Milligan leading with 5:24 left to play in the first half. Substitute back in Haley Wyrick after a brief check-in on the bench has come back onto the court. Rams with the ball out of the timeout. Second one called by Mullins and company early in this first half. Whitney Smith on the first try drives to the basket, and it's out of bounds. Last touched by Smith. She went up for a shot, ran into the defender, which was Courtney Wilson. Looked like she had the ball stripped out, and it bounced out of bounds. Might have gone off of her knee. Empty possession for Bluefield again. Now Milligan looking to stretch out its largest lead so far. 7 points as the clock rolls to 5 minutes until halftime. Taking on this Rams zone defense. Wyrick pulls up. Three-point shot is off. It just barely grazed the rim. Offensive rebound is grabbed and put back up by Weddle. No good. And Mazik is there to clean up the defensive glass. Now Smith pushing the tempo. Backs it back down as she's guarded at the top by Barnett. Backing down on Barnett. Now tries to hand off to McDaniel. Gets away for a moment. McDaniel gets it back. Dribbles off to the left. Pass over to Wolford, who pulls up. Three-point shot. No good. Goodlett, offensive rebound. Puts it back up. Gets it to go off the glass. Ends a long scoreless streak for Bluefield. Goodlett gets on the scoring column with her first basket of the game, and the Rams down 27-22 with 4:15 to play in the first half. Bounce pass to the baseline for Wilson for Milligan. Swing pass back up to the top of the key, driving in. Barnett has it stripped for a moment and stolen away by Whitney Smith. Now the Rams with the ball back, down by 5. Clock rolling under 4 minutes. Smith backing back down to the basket, guarded once again by Barnett. Has nothing, goes up to Goodlett. Shot clock is down to 12 seconds. Goodlett drives the lane, puts up a floater off the glass. No good. Rolled around the back of the iron and fell into the hands of Wyrick. And the Buffaloes back across half court. Barnett bounce pass over to the baseline for Wilson on the left side. Goes back to Barnett at the top of the circle. Ends up with Wyrick in the right side corner. Puts up a three. Bounces around. No good. Rebound is tipped around. Bouncing towards half court. And it's eventually chased down by Milligan. And now Milligan pushing back towards the basket. And a travel called as Weddle took a step before she dribbled, but a nice hustle play from Milligan as Callie Cox chased that one all the way down back to half court in a battle with Goodlett. Wolford to the bench as checking back in is Mazik. Right now on the floor it is Key, McDaniel, Smith, Mazik, and Goodlett, the 5 starters for Bluefield. Just over 3 minutes left to play until halftime. The Rams down by 5 here at Milligan. Key, right wing, sweeps through, trying to run the offense, points where she wants McDaniel to go set the screen. McDaniel does and then gets the handoff. McDaniel jump shot off the side of the rim, no good. Mazik grabs the offensive rebound, goes back up off the glass, and it's a little bit short, hit the bottom of the rim. This time, defensive rebound cleaned up by Milligan. Pass is over, Price gets it on the left wing. Looking for the cutter towards the basket, has nothing. Instead goes back over to Haley Wyrick. Ball ends up in the corner, a 3-point try for Weddle. Shot airballed over the rim, and the offensive rebound to Wilson, and a whistle. The shot clock reset and should not have, so they'll go over to the scorer's table, and the officials will get that corrected. Waiting to get that cleared up. Milligan getting set to inbound on the far sideline. And there's the shot clock right now set at 6, and they're good to go. Callie Cox getting set to inbound, and finally they have it ready to go. Cox gets it in, puts up a shot as she gets it back, and it clanks off the side of the rim. Goodlett grabs the board. The Rams are off on the break with numbers, a 3-on-2. Goodlett slows down, tries to force it inside to Mazik, and it's tipped out of bounds. And they say it's Milligan basketball. Nobody on the floor, including Milligan, thought it was out of bounds off of Milligan. Corey Mullins asking for an explanation from one of the officials and gets one. Clock near 2 minutes left in the first half, 27-22. Buffalo's on top. Wyrick gets it over into the corner for Weddle, trying to bounce it down to the post. It's tipped around, kicked around, and out of bounds off of Goodlett. Milligan keeps it. 11 on the shot clock. Milligan will inbound from the baseline. Under 2 minutes left until halftime. Quickly up to the top, and now over to Wyrick from 10 feet out. Jump shot off the back of the rim. Strong rebound, grabbed underneath by Key, and the Rams pushing the tempo back with 1:40 left in the first half, down by 5 points. Smith puts it on the floor, drives down the lane, puts up a floater, no good, but she draws a foul. 2 shots coming up from the stripe for Whitney Smith. Foul goes against Lindsey Price. First foul on her today. Price has been cleaning up for Milligan. 7 rebounds and 5 points for in the first half. Smith leading the Rams in scoring. She has 8 points and 2 fouls. Her first free throw is good. Make that 9 points early on for Whitney Smith. And this shot to put her into double figures for the first half. And it's no good. Clanked off of the side of the rim. A rebound grab by Weddle. 27-23. Rams have closed within 4 with just under 90 seconds until halftime. Over to Wyrick. Gets back over to Cox. Keep going around the top of the key. Wyrick works it in the corner for Weddle. Little 4-round-1 offense into the post and stolen by Mazik. Trying to force it inside for Wilson, and Mazik stepped in front of the post to get it. Now she drives down the baseline, lays it up, and gets it to go. Mariah Mazik making nice plays on both sides of the floor. She has 5 points. Rams within 2, 27-25, under a minute until halftime. Cox looking to the corner for Weddle, goes back to Cox, swung around to Price. Pump fake from Wyrick. She drives towards the basket, and it's stripped and stolen away. Key comes away with it as she hits the deck. Pops the ball up to Smith, and Smith will go back down. The Rams with a chance to get possibly one more look before the halftime break. A pump fake from Smith, and Smith is called for a travel. Close call. Smith charged with the turnover. The Rams have turned the ball over just 3 times in the first half compared to 9 turnovers for Milligan. About a second and a half differential in the shot clock and the game clock. Milligan can just about hang on for the final shot of the first half. Might be just what they do. Cox is across half court. And hanging on to the basketball just in front of the M. Now gets it over to Cox with 10 on the shot clock. Goes to the top for Jones. Now Jones, pump fake, looking around. Mazik picks up her dribble, now looks under the basket. Layup is up, and it's good. Dropped in, and that should take us to halftime as Haley Wyrick got the basket to drop. And 29-25, Milligan with the lead here in Tennessee against the Rams. It's halftime. Bluefield down by 4. We'll wrap you up the first half, give you some first half stats in about 15 minutes, and then bring you second half action here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Getting set for second half action here at the Steve Lacey Fieldhouse in Elizabethton, Tennessee. The Bluefield Rams taking on the Buffaloes of Milligan College. Women's basketball action up first, men's basketball to follow. It is halftime in the women's contest, and the home-standing Milligan Buffaloes with a 29-25 lead. Players getting set to take the floor. We'll give a quick rundown of some of the first half stats from this game. The Rams shot 10 of 31 from the floor and 3 of 8 from outside. That's 33% from the floor and 38% from three. Milligan shot 11 of 31, 36% from the floor, but after making 5 straight three-point attempts, shot just 28%, 5 of 18 from three. We'll give you some scoring updates in a moment. Rams' first possession stolen away, and Bluefield turns it over for just the fourth time today. Buffaloes back off on the break. Quick three-point try is up, and it's knocked down. Buffaloes answer quickly with Callie Cox. 6 threes made in the game for the Buffaloes, who lead 32-25, 30 seconds into the second half. Mariah Mazik looking for a quick answer. Drives left side of the lane, no good. Layup from Mazik, couldn't get it to drop. And the Buffaloes back. Buffaloes have controlled the pace for the most part in this game. Looking into the post, then a foul is whistled, called against the Rams. It goes against Shelby Key. That's her first foul, the first foul against the Rams here in the second half. Quick inbound pass, shot is up and no good. Offensive rebound grabbed by Wilson, and she puts it in. It is now 34-25 here in the second half. Rams' largest deficit so far here at Milligan. Looking at the post, Mazik spins back, lays it up and in. Got it to go. Mariah Mazik gets the first basket of the second half for the Rams, 34-27, a little over a minute into this second half. Quick look into the post for Weddle, and she turns it over. Key with the steal. Quick pass up court for Smith, has to chase it down, and it's tipped out of bounds and kept alive, or kept the possession with Bluefield as it's tipped out of bounds by Lindsey Price. The Rams will keep it. Baseline inbound pass coming from Goodlett up to the top of the key for Shelby Key. She will try to set up the offensive set. The Rams trying to cut into what has been their largest deficit so far in this game. Smith thought about a three, gets rid of it instead. Goodlett at the top of the circle, drives down to the elbow, has it almost stripped away. Instead gives it to McDaniel. McDaniel with 5 on the shot clock gives it up to Key for a three-point shot. Rattles around and no good. The defensive rebound grabbed by Weddle. Key almost had that one drop. Now 2 minutes into the second half, 34-27. The 7-point lead for Milligan with the ball. Another three-point try is up, and it's no good from Cox. And another offensive rebound grabbed by the Buffaloes. And a whistle and a foul. The foul's against Smith. Reaching in, that's Smith's third.
Come on, Jay. Hey, stay right there, Ryan.
Now looking down into the post. Quick pass over for Weddle. Drives the lane, has it stripped and stolen away by McDaniel. Rams off on the break with numbers. 3-on-2. Smith pulls up from the elbow. Jump shot. Rattles out, no good. Offensive rebound. Mazik puts it up and hits the deck as she draws a foul. Didn't get it to go, but she got the foul. 2 shots coming up for Mariah Mazik. The foul's called against Weddle. First foul against Weddle in this game. 2 shots coming up from Mariah Mazik. Shoots 72% from the stripe this year. Hits the first. Now 2 of 3 from the line in this game. Mazik has had some troubles, just 3 of 10 from the floor, but she does have 8 points so far. Hits both free throws, and the Rams back within 5, 34-29, 17-39 left in this ball game this afternoon. Lindsey Price across the stripe. Gets it back after momentarily, giving it up on the left wing. Now goes back over to the left wing for Cox. Cox down into the corner and gets it back now back around to Price. Zone defense for the Rams. Patience from Milligan. Shot clock is down to 10. Ball to Wyrick. Sweeping through a screen. Shot clock down to 6. Got to pick it up now. Price driving down the right side of the lane. Has nothing. Gives up to Wyrick. Shot is up and a foul whistled with 1 second on the shot clock. Fouls against Key. And Wyrick to the line for 2 shots. Almost got the shot clock violation. Good defense for 28 seconds. Wyrick's first free throw, it's good. She's almost automatic from the line.
She does that in her pregame warm-ups. Lean into you and shoot it. That's exactly what one's going to do. You got to be smart. Let's go.
Second free throw from Wyrick bounces around and falls through. She hits both. 36-29, 17-10 left here in this second half. Now 14 points for Wyrick. She's the only player on either team in double figures. Mazik from the top of the key. Drives left, goes back to the right, up off the glass and got it to go. Nice drive by Mazik, laid it up over Wilson. The Rams have broken the 30-point mark, back within 5, 36-31. Quick three-point try at the other end is up and no good. Another offensive rebound is grabbed and put back up and in by Weddle. 38-31. Trading baskets here with 16.5 to play in the first half, or in the second half. Peck's getting ready to check in at the next dead ball for Bluefield. Inbound outlet pass goes over to Smith. Smith drives down the lane, layup off the glass and got it to go with the left hand. A nice take by Smith. And now Rams looking for stops, trading baskets the last few possessions. And Milligan with the ball and a 5-point lead, near 16 to play. Price from the top of the key over to Wyrick on the right wing. Now dribbles back up, just past the elbow extended, gives it up, gets it back, drives on the right side of the lane, takes several steps as she goes through the lane. No travel whistled, but she missed the layup, and Mazik grabbed the board. Rams with the ball, clock under 16, 38-33 left in this game. Key takes it back down the right side of the lane, lays it up, too strong, couldn't get it to go. Rebound grabbed by Cox, and Milligan's back from left to right. Bounce pass to the baseline, goes to Wyrick. Wyrick has nothing, kicks it back out for Price. Now Price working it over to Cox. Left wing, three-point try, wide open and knocked down by Wyrick. 41-33, largest lead so far for Milligan, and a timeout called by Corey Mullins and the Rams. 15:26 left to play. Bluefield down by 8 here on the Rams Digital Sports Network.
Entering the game for Bluefield, number 21, Abigail Peck.
41-33, the lead for Milligan with 15:26 left to play in this game. The Rams down by 8 after the timeout by Corey Mullins. Rams basketball here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Bluefield with the ball, going from the right side to the left. Coming out of the timeout, Key. A pass over to Smith and back to Goodlett. Rams trying to cut into this 8-point lead. Milligan is stretching it out over the last few minutes. Mazik gets it in the post, gives it back up. Key, pump fake, drives down the right side of the baseline. Shot is up and no good. Long rebound tipped out. Weddle's off on the break and slows it down for Milligan to reset its offense. Clock under 15 minutes now. 41-33, Rams down. To the baseline goes the pass, then back up for Wyrick. Ends up over to the right side, getting it as Price, and now a swing pass back up to the top of the key for Cox. Now Wyrick for three from the corner, too short off the rim. Rebound grabbed by Mazik as she started to near in on a double-double. Mazik with 11 points and 8 boards. Key gets it, gives it back to Mazik, pulls up from 8 feet, and too strong, caught the back of the rim, and rebound grabbed by the Buffaloes. Another quick empty possession for the Rams, down 8, 14-24 left in this game. Substitute getting ready to check in off that Rams short bench. Remember, only 7 players traveling today for Bluefield. Milligan with the ball, now looking down in the post. Quick jump shot from the baseline, knocked down. Chelsea Weddle hits the jumper, and it's a 10-point lead for Milligan. Weddle's got 7, go along with her 6 boards. Clock hitting 14 minutes, it's 43-33. Key dribbles, passes to Goodlett, over to Smith. Another 3-point try from Smith, clanks off the rim. Offensive board for Key, puts it up, gets it to go in the foul. Shelby Key, nice follow, put it back up, drew the foul. A shot coming up to finish it. And Key now with 8 points, a chance to make it 9. McDaniel coming in for Bluefield. And Key's going to get a break as it looks like Wolford's at the scores table to check in after the free throw. To finish off the 3-point play, Key misses the free throw. It rolled off the side of the rim, but the Rams have cut it back to 8 points, 43-35, 13-42 left in the game. Pass around to Price for the Buffaloes, back with the ball. Goes into the corner for Weddle, pump fake, looking inside. Finds Kane, puts it up off the glass, no good. Rams the rebound. Goodlett trying to drive up court, lost her footing for a moment and flipped it back to Key as she took a spill. Key controls it. Smith gets it in the corner off the pass from McDaniel. The jump shot is no good. On the 3-point try, the ball's tipped out of bounds. Last touched by the Buffaloes. Rams will keep it. Key checks out. Brooke Wolford is back in, making her second appearance today, and Kelly Barnett's checking in for Milligan. Barnett gives a break to Price. Barnett had a good first half in her limited time. Smith will inbound from the baseline. And gets it into Goodlett, gets it back in the corner on the right side, far side of the floor. Now drives bank down into the block, backing down, puts up a shot, no good. Kicked it off the rim, and the rebound grabbed by Kane. Milligan off on the break. Another empty possession. To the top of the key, Cox works it over. A 3-point try from Wyrick is off the side of the rim, no good. Tipped around, 2 players from Bluefield fighting for the rebound. It ends up with Milligan. Shot up and in, plus the foul. Weddle underneath. Came away with the loose ball. As it looked like Peck and Smith were both going for the same rebound from Bluefield. And to finish off the 3-point play, that free throw is no good, and Milligan gets another offensive board. Wyrick puts up the shot and gets the foul. Got the shot to go, plus the foul. A 12-point lead now for Milligan, its largest so far. And Wyrick will try to finish off the 3-point play. Wyrick has 19 points now, above her average on the season, the leading scorer on the year and today for Milligan. And she's been just about automatic from the line. Puts it up and no good. First miss from the stripe today, and it's tipped out of bounds by Jones. The Rams will get the possession. 47-35, 12:43 left in this game. Smith is the guard, getting up near half court for the Rams. Full court pressure for the first time today from Milligan. Skips it across to Wolford, drives towards the basket, puts up a shot, draws a foul. Looked like a clean block for Kane, but 2 shots coming up for Wolford. Crowd here in Milligan wanted the clean block. It's the second foul against Kaylin Kane, and Wolford making her debut for the Rams today will have 2 shots. She is 0 for 2 from the stripe today, and now make it 0 for 3 as she misses the first free throw.
And then get it with 2 hands, don't just tip it.
Wolford lining up the second free throw try. And rolls that one in, caught the front of the rim and dropped through. Lead is back to single digits for Milligan, 47-36, clock nearing 12 and a half to play. Swept through by Barnett at the top of the key for the Bulldogs, for the Buffaloes. She gets it back, puts up a 3-point shot, no good. Another offensive rebound for Milligan. Pass underneath, shot no good. Wyrick gets it back, puts it up and in, plus the foul. Another and 1 for Haley Wyrick. Right now, the Rams cannot get a rebound on the defensive side. Getting out-rebounded in this game, 41-23 so far, and that is the 16th offensive rebound for Milligan. Wyrick's free throw to finish the 3-point play rattles around and falls through. It's the largest lead for the Buffaloes, 50-36, 12-10 left. Milligan keeping up the full court pressure. Smith bounces, gets it across half court. And in the double team, she drives and lost the basketball. Cox comes away with the steal. And then a foul is whistled and called against Smith. She reached in after the foul. And a timeout called by Corey Mullins and the Rams. That's the 4th foul on Whitney Smith. She is pleading her case with the officials. She has been called for some touch fouls today for sure. 50-36, 11:57 left to play here at Milligan. You're listening to the Bluefield Rams Digital Sports Network. Out of the timeout, 50-36, 11:57 left to play. The Rams trailing here at Milligan. Milligan with the basketball and clock saying that there should have been a 1-and-1 coming after that foul. That was the 17th foul of the half against the Rams, and the officials just now noticing that that was number 7. So a 1-and-1 coming up for Callie Cox. Whitney Smith still on the floor with her 4 fouls. Rams have a short bench today, only 2 players to turn to. So Cox with a 1-and-1 for Milligan. And she hits the front end. 15 points the lead for Milligan, largest of the game. And Cox only 3 of 9. We'll make that now 4 of 10 from the stripe this year. Misses the second end, and another offensive rebound grabbed by Milligan. Barnett was able to chase it down. The putback is up from Wyrick, and it's no good. The Rams finally able to grab a defensive board. It's McDaniel. There's now 17 offensive rebounds in the game for Milligan. Foul whistled on the floor at the other end for the Rams. Foul called against Barnett. Second foul on Barnett. Mazik is back in, Peck to the bench. Rams inbound from the baseline, down by 15 to Milligan. Inbound pass goes to Wolford. At the top of the circle, gives up to Mazik. Mazik drives down the lane, up and under with a layup. No good, but she will head to the line for 2 shots. Foul whistled against Milligan. Foul called against Kristen Moses. Excuse me, a foul is called against Caitlin Kane. That's 3 fouls on Kane. Key getting ready to check back in. First free throw from Mazik, and she hits it. Mariah Mazik leading the Rams with 12 points now, 1 ahead of Whitney Smith, who has 11. Mazik the leading scorer on the year for Bluefield. Rams' second leading scorer, Destiny Tolliver, not active for today's game. Second try, no good. Clanked off the side of the rim. But it's 51-37, 11.5 to play. Milligan with the ball in the lead.
Take her.
Up top goes to Callie Cox. Over into the left side corner. The ball goes to Weddle. Now back to the top of the key. Wyrick looking at the post. Gives it up. Up and under goes Jones, and she gets it to drop. Allison Jones as Milligan just about in danger of putting this game away. Full court pressure stays on. Rams almost turn it over. Smith is able to track it. Goes up to McDaniel. Now to Mazik on the baseline. Mazik backing down towards the basket, swings over to Wolford. Wolford driving and kicks over for Key at the baseline, and Key is called for a travel. Another turnover for the Rams. Just the 6th turnover of the game for Bluefield, but an empty possession with 10:57 left. Kelly Barnett running the point for Milligan. Goes over to Cox. Cox back to Barnett, and now to Wyrick. Back to Barnett. Top of the circle. She gives it over to Wyrick. Drives down on Whitney Smith. Kicks it back up top. 3-point try from Jones. Too strong. But rebound tipped up in the air, and a foul called on the rebound try against Milligan. Wyrick is going to be whistled for the foul. Second foul against Wyrick so far. 6 fouls in the half against Milligan. Price checks back in for the Buffaloes. Full court zone pressure as Milligan tries to set up the trap. Rams inbounding on the far side baseline. McDaniel gets it in to Smith and then gives it right back to Key. Key across half court to Wolford, and Wolford traveled. Forgot the dribble, took a step. And another turnover. That's 2 straight possessions with turnovers for the Rams, who have taken good care of the basketball today. Wolford checks out. Goodlet comes back in. And Milligan now taking its time, slowing down the pace really for the first time today, with the big lead and about 10 minutes left. Back to the top of the key. The pass goes from Cox, ends up around on the right side, and then back to the top of the key with Barnett. Barnett looking into the post. Weddle gives it up, and then a whistle underneath. 3 seconds called against Milligan, a player staying in the lane. Second time Milligan's been called for a 3-second violation today. Rams inbound to Goodlet. Over to Shelby Key. Key across to Smith. Smith has to be careful, nearly trapped at half court. Gets rid of it and over to Key. And Key will set up the offense. Backs down towards the basket, puts up a shot from the block, and it's too strong. Rebound grabbed by Jones. Milligan back off of the Rams' miss. Kick out and a travel called against the Bulldogs. Lindsey Price took an extra step before she dribbled, trying to drive to the basket. 53-37 with 9:43 left. Smith gets it across half court to McDaniel. Goodlet gets it, looking for somebody to give it up to. Gives it to Key. Smith sets up for a 3, pulls up, knocked it down. Big shot for Whitney Smith. The Rams needed points, and Smith hits her 3rd 3 of the day. She's got 14. 53-40, 9:20 left. Rams trying to claw back against Milligan. Largest lead of the game for Milligan was 16 before that 3-point try. Cox looks into the post, and now it's kicked back out for Price. 3-point shot. Price off the side of the rim, no good. McDaniel grabs the rebound, and the Rams are off on the break. Goodlet slows down at half court, gives up to Shelby Key. Key asking for a screen, instead drives right. Tries to pass it over to Mizik, went right over the top of her and out of bounds. Turnover. 3 turnovers in the last 4 possessions for Bluefield. After just 5 through the first 30 minutes or so of this game. Pass comes in, 53-48, 47 left. Milligan with the ball on a 13-point lead. Stripped and stolen away by Key. Rams off on the break. No, given right back up. Key gets it back again. They changed hands a couple times, and then Key throws it away. Trying to get rid of it. Looking for Smith and threw it right over to the Rams bench. Corey Mullins getting a warning from one of the officials. Into the corner goes the pass. Jones skips a pass across the court. Now it ends up on the baseline. Back up to the top of the key. A 3-point shot is up in the air, and it is no good. Another offensive rebound for Jones underneath. Jones put back, no good, and Mizik gets the defensive rebound. Rams have been getting dominated on the rebound category all game long. Now Mizik off the pass, drives down the lane, and a hard foul underneath by Weddle. Layup was no good. Went out of bounds from Mizik, and she'll have 2 free throws coming up. Second foul on Chelsea Weddle. Mizik 2 free throws, trying to close this deficit with just over 8 minutes left. She's 4 for 6 from the line today, and she hits the first. 5 of 7 now. The Rams from the free throw line today, 7 of 14, 50% on the game. Second try, got it. Mizik 2 for 2 from the line. It's down to an 11-point deficit for Bluefield with 8:05 left. Buffaloes, ball and the lead. Pass goes to the corner for Weddle. The Rams still in the zone defense. Back up top for Lindsey Price. Skipped over, wide open 3-point tries. Up in the air from Cox, no good. And another offensive rebound grab. No, a jump ball call. Jones was there for it. Possession arrow stays with Milligan. Rams having trouble grabbing rebounds today. Out rebounding this game now, 46-27. Pass comes in underneath, and a timeout called by Milligan. 30-second timeout called by Rich Aubrey and the Buffaloes. The Rams down 53-42 with 7:44 left. Mariah Mazik leading the way in scoring for the Rams today. Her and Whitney Smith each with 14 points. Mazik 1 rebound away from a double-double as well. She has 9 rebounds grabbed in today's game. Shelby Key with 8 points and 4 boards, as well as leading with 3 assists. Bluefield only has 5 assists in this game on only 15 made shots from the floor. 4 of those have been from three-point land, shooting 4 of 12 from outside. Rams shooting 33% from the floor in this game. Milligan not much better at 36%. It has really been the second chance points that have been the biggest difference. 11 second chance points for Milligan in this game off of 19 offensive rebounds. Breaking out of the timeout, quick pass comes in. Layup up and in, plus the foul for Weddle. Foul called against McDaniel, and 1 shot coming up for Weddle to finish off the three-point play. 55-42. Rams not having much success closing the gap late. Weddle lines up the free throw, puts it up, and it's off the back of the rim, no good. Offensive rebound grabbed and shot blocked as Barnett went up. Mazik was there for the block, but the Buffaloes able to corral it back and reset. Another second try for Milligan underneath, and a foul is whistled as Jones was backing down to the basket, although it looked like she took about 6 steps before the whistle. 55-42, 7:31 left. Foul was called against Mariah Mazik. That's her second foul. Excuse me, that's her first foul today. And 2 shots coming up for Allison Jones. Jones, 2 points on the game. Actually called the foul on the floor, so it's a 1-and-1. The shot is up and no good, and another offensive rebound grabbed by Milligan. Kicked out, Barnett's jump shot, no good. Offensive rebound again grabbed by Milligan, no. Stripped out by Peck. Peck ends up with it. 2 players hit the floor. McDaniel ends up with it, rather, and a jump ball is called, and the possession arrow stays with the Rams. Haley Wyrick checks back in after a brief break on the bench. 55-42, the lead for Milligan, 7:19 left in the game. Rams inbound, full court pressure from Milligan, and it's almost turned over by Smith. Instead, Allison Jones reached in and fouled her. The Rams in the bonus, a 1-and-1 coming up for Smith. Rams defense as usual, getting set back, leaving Smith all by herself for the free throws. 1-and-1 coming up for Whitney Smith, her 14 points today. Front end of the 1-and-1 is good. 55-43, Rams down by 12. Smith shooting 71% from the line this year. And she hits both on this trip, so it's an 11-point deficit, 55-44, 7:15 left. Pass into the post from Milligan. Gets over to Wyrick, cutting towards the basket. Goes up and draws a foul against McDaniel. Shot was no good, but 2 shots coming up for Wyrick. Oh, excuse me. They called the foul against Smith, so Smith is fouled out. Smith is done. The Rams' leading scorer in this game with 16. Stoppage on the floor. Peck coming back into the game as she replaces Smith, whose afternoon comes to an end. 5 fouls for Whitney Smith. And the Rams' most dangerous shooting option of the day. She knocked down 3 3-point shots today. The first free throw is good. Wyrick knocks down the first one. Wyrick now with 23 points. Couple dribbles as she puts up her second free throw and hits it as well. 57-44, with 7:05 left. Key up to the top of the circle. Clock rolls under 7 minutes. Gives up to Gillette. Tries to get it to Mazik, and Gillette turned it over. Stripped and stolen away. And now Wyrick off on the break. Lays it up. Blocked by Mazik, but a foul for Mazik as she came in and caught a piece at the very end. 2 more shots coming up for Wyrick. Wyrick already with 23 points. I think that 24 points, looking for 2 more. Leading scorer in this game for both teams by far. No other Milligan player, aside from Chelsea Weddle, even close to double figures. Lines up the shot. Her first one missed. Second one also no good. And a good free throw shooter goes 0 for 2 at the line. Mazik grabs the rebound and quickly brings it up half court. Now drives to the baseline, pulls up from the elbow as she comes back up top. Misses the shot, but Gillette grabs the offensive rebound. Swings it over to Peck, and Peck gives it up to Mazik. Backs down towards the basket, spins, there's nothing there. Looks for someone to give it up to, nobody home. Now finally finds Gillette at the top of the circle. Gillette drives down the right side of the lane, lays it up, and gets the foul. Got it to go, and 1 for Gillette. And she will head to the free throw stripe to try to bring it back to a 10-point game. Rams only 1 more sub left off the bench, only 6 eligible players left with Smith fouling out. Gillette's free throw is good, finishes off the 3-point play, and it's back to a 10-point deficit. Gillette now in this game with 5 points. Wyrick for the Buffaloes, swung around, 3-point shot from the corner for Jones, and Jones knocks it down. Huge shot for Allison Jones, makes it a 13-point game again, 60-47, 6 minutes left. Jones now 5 points on the day. Key drives on the right side of the lane, layup up, and it rolls around and falls through. Shelby Key gets her now in double figure scoring after that layup with 10 points. Clock rolls under 6, Rams down 11. Into the post, Wyrick lays it up and in with the left hand. Got a nice feed from Kelly Barnett, and it's 62-49, scoring pace picking up. Rams trading baskets with Milligan. Mazik to the elbow, drives to the basket, puts it up off the glass, no good, gets her own rebound in the paint. She goes up and draws a foul. Foul called against Courtney Wilson of Milligan, second foul against Wilson. And 2 shots coming up against Mazik. Mazik from the free throw line in today's game, 6 of 8 with 14 points. Her first free throw, no good, hit the side of the rim. Chelsea Weddle's checking back in for Milligan. Allison Jones, who just hit that 3-pointer, heads back to the bench. Mazik will get a break after this free throw. It's Brooke Wolford at the scorer's table to check in. Free throw is up, and it's no good. Bounced it off the other side of the rim. So Mazik goes 0 for 2 from the line, 62-49, 5:20 left. Milligan taking its time now with a big lead and the clock rolling down into the post. Wyrick whistled for travel, took an extra step. Mazik to the bench, Wolford back into the game. Rams back across half court. Goodlett drives to the left side, can't get anything there. Wolford gets the pass, spots up for 3, no good. Rebound chased down and grabbed by Weddle, and the Rams get the possession back over to Milligan with under 5 minutes left.
See the ball, Shelby.
Haley Wyrick on the right wing, swings it around, it ends up with Weddle. Weddle looking into the post. Wyrick spins through on Wolford, lays it up, no good, but the foul called and Wyrick to the line. Fouls called against Brooke Wolford, first foul that she's picked up today, and Wyrick looking to extend her now 26 points that she has in this game. Hits the first. 63-49, Milligan ahead. Second free throw is good as well. 2 for 2 from the line after missing 2 last time for Wyrick. Lead back to 15 for Milligan. Haley Wyrick, the sophomore guard for Milligan, is having a huge game today. Wolford kicks it back up top for Goodlett. The Rams work it around the key. McDaniel, three-point try. Bounced it off the backboard, no good. Underneath, Wyrick, a tough rebound as she hits the floor, gets rid of it, and Milligan takes over. Wyrick, a new career high in scoring. It was, before today, it was 26. Drive down the lane, layups up and in from Chelsea Weddle. 66-49, and Milligan a huge lead now compared to what it had earlier. This is its biggest lead of the game. 17 points the lead for Milligan. Goodlett looking into the post. Peck puts it up off the glass, got it to go off a nice feed. Nice entry pass from Goodlett. Peck gets the basket. 66-51, timeout called by the Rams with 3:40 left to play here from Milligan on the Rams Digital Sports Network.
Bluefield College.
66-51, 3:40 left to play from the Steve Lacy Fieldhouse here at Milligan as the Buffaloes have opened up that lead. It's at 15 points right now in the big game from Haley Wyrick, the career high with 28 so far for Wyrick. Marks the 6th time this year that she has surpassed 20 points. She has now scored in double figures in 21 consecutive games. Milligan with the basketball. Driving down the baseline and kicks back out up top. Three-point try from Price off the left side of the rim. Wyrick had the rebound and had it stripped out by Key. Rams control it. Pocket 3-10. Key down the right side of the lane. Tries to lay it up and has the shot blocked and out of bounds off of Callie Cox. You see most of this Bluefield team running out of gas. Late the short bench. Only 7 players traveled. 6 available now with Smith having fouled out. Wolford gets the inbound pass, looks up top, gives it back to Key down the right side to the elbow, gives up to Goodlett. Man-to-man defense now for the first time really today for Milligan. Goodlett drives, lays it up, catches nothing but the backboard. Rebound grab by the Buffaloes. 2:50 left. Wyrick gets the pass at the extended elbow on the other side of the court. Now spinning and backing down, gives it up for Callie Cox, who's in no hurry to get the offense started. Looking down towards the post, kicked back out. Wide open for the three is Wilson, but she's just going to hang on to it. Swung around the top of the key, back to Wyrick. Backing down, and an offensive foul call. A nice job setting up to take the charge by Goodlett. And one bright spot in today's game, that is the 17th turnover for Milligan after that offensive foul on Wyrick. 3 fouls on Wyrick now. Rams have only turned the ball over 10 times, most of those coming here over really the last 8 minutes in game time. McDaniel almost had it stripped out, gives it over to Key. Clocked at 2:15. Wolford to Goodlett, now back to McDaniel, who pops out at the top of the key. Tried to force it inside and stolen away looking for Peck. Steal to Lindsey Price, the point guard for Milligan. Over half court, Key playing tough defense up one of the Rams. Haven't quit down 15 with under 2 minutes left. Wyrick has it. Shot clock for Milligan is down to 12, guarded by Gillette. Bounces the pass over to Callie Cox, guarded by Wolford. Cox goes off a screen, drives the right side of the baseline, or towards the baseline. Cutting the baseline is Wyrick. She puts up a shot. It's no good, and the rebound to the Rams. Goodlett grabbed it. Now Key with 95 seconds left. Stops and starts again at the elbow. Puts up a shot, rolls it off the rim, no good. Peck, the offensive rebound, puts it up and draws the foul. And 2 shots coming up after that shot, no good for Abigail Peck, center out of Jacksonville, North Carolina. Averages a little under a point per game this year. She has a couple of points in today's game. Rolls around the free throw and gets it to go. 66-52, 128 left. Peck at the line. Peck is just now 2 out of 11 from the free throw stripe this year. After that make, she was 1 for 10. Her second try bounces off the back of the iron. No good. And seeing some new faces in. Kylie Russell, the point guard now for Milligan, making her first appearance of the game with just 1 minute and 15 seconds left. And a 66-52 lead for the home team. Ball goes to Weddle, who steps back, gives it up to Wyrick. Shot clock's down to 5. Russell drives, puts up a shot, no good. Just ahead of the shot clock buzzer, and the rebound to Goodlett. Rams off on the break with numbers. Goodlett driving towards the basket, and it's waved off. Offensive foul as she put up the shot. And one of the Milligan players setting up to take the charge. It was Chelsea Weddle who set up to take the charge. Third foul against Key. There's a Milligan player hurt back at the other end of the floor. A stoppage in play here with 53.2 seconds showing left on the clock. The player down for Milligan is Courtney Wilson. As Wilson gets a look from the training staff of Milligan. Rams in this game, 4 of 14 from outside, just 29%, shooting 32% from the floor. Milligan above its average at 38% shooting in this game. Really, the second chance points were one of the biggest points of this game. It only shows 11, but Milligan controlling the tempo as the injured player is back up and getting set to be replaced by Caitlin Kane for the final 53 seconds. 22 offensive rebounds for Milligan in this game. 54 total rebounds as the Buffaloes out-rebounded the Rams 54-36 to this point. There's been a big difference in what this game has been. That and the Rams shooting just 12 of 22 from the free throw line. Not that Milligan's done much better from the stripe at 10 of 17, 59%. Milligan breaks the quick pressure from the Rams, and across half court with it goes Kylie Russell. Russell guarded by Wolford. Dribbling and backing up. Game clock rolling down past 40 seconds, 66-52, the lead Milligan over Bluefield. 10 seconds on the shot clock as the Buffaloes continue to work it around the top of the key. Jasmine Carter, who's checked in, gives it into the post. Wild shot is thrown up by Kylie Russell, and the shot clock expires. It's tipped out of bounds. Milligan had the last touch. Either way, the possession goes to the Rams with 21 seconds left. Pass to Key. Rams try to make this game look a little bit closer here at the end. McDaniel gets it, top of the circle, works over to Goodlett into the post for Peck, who puts it up and in, plus the foul. Now Peck now has 5 points. So the Rams have had to go use minutes from players they don't normally get as many out of. That has been the case today, and Peck will have a free throw to come up. Trying to finish off the three-point play, rolls halfway down and comes out. Milligan will inbound with 7 seconds left and dribble out the final few minutes of this game. The clock's reached zeros, and the Rams drop a 12-point loss on the road to Milligan today. Milligan improves to 4-13 on the season, 3-6 in the AAC. The Rams drop to 6-11 and 4-6 in the AAC, a half game ahead in the standings of Milligan, and in danger of falling into that bottom part of the pack in the AAC standings, as Bluefield has now dropped 2 games in a row in league play. Final score, 66-54. The Rams lose this one to Milligan. Bluefield led in scoring today by Whitney Smith, who fouled out with a lot of time left on the clock, about 5 minutes left in the game. She had 16 points today. There were 14 points for Mariah Mazik to go along with 11 rebounds. That is 3 straight double-doubles for Mariah Mazik after she hadn't had any early on in the season. Her first 3 of the year have been in the last 3 games, so Mazik has been getting it going. She was 6 of 10 from the free throw line today and 4 of 14 from the floor, but still managed to get the 14 points. The player of the game for Milligan, obviously, today was Haley Wyrick, who had 28 points. That's a career high. She hit 3 3-pointers. That ties a career high. Went 9 of 12 from the line and also grabbed 7 rebounds. A double-double for Chelsea Weddle of Milligan, 13 points and 10 rebounds, as Milligan finished off the game out-rebounding the Rams 55-37 with 22 offensive rebounds. Finishing up looking at the Rams scores from today's game, Shelby Key finished in double figures with 10 points. Also had 5 rebounds and 3 assists. 5 points today for Adrienne Goodlett and for Abigail Peck. That's a career high for Peck, as she went 2 of 2 from the floor, added a couple points near the end of the game. 3 points today for Jade McDaniel on 1 of 6 from the floor, 1 of 4 from outside. And 1 point today in the season debut for Brooke Walford, as she went 1 of 5 from the free throw line. Only 7 Rams traveled for this game, and you can see they were out of gas late. Put up a good effort, but ended up falling by 12 points today for Milligan. Again, the final score, Milligan 66, Bluefield 54 from the Steve Lacey Fieldhouse here in Elizabethton, Tennessee. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Trey Wilson, and this has been Bluefield Rams basketball on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Men's basketball coming up